If you're someone who's always reached for the frying pan when making chicken thighs, get ready for a game changer. Imagine juicy, flavorful chicken that's crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, without a single drop of hot oil splattering in your kitchen. That's right, no more frying. And yet, every single person who's tried this chicken always comes back, asking for seconds. Let's begin with the secret. Oven-roasted chicken thighs infused with a blend of herbs, spices, and a touch of magic that transforms everyday ingredients into something extraordinary. You won't need any fancy gadgets, just a baking tray, a hot oven, and a few minutes to prepare. Start by selecting bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. The bone helps retain moisture, while the skin crisps up beautifully, giving you that irresistible crunch. Pat them dry with paper towels. This crucial step ensures the skin will roast to golden perfection, rather than steaming in its own juices. In a small bowl, you'll want to create a seasoning mix that's both simple and transformative. Combine a generous pinch of salt, freshly cracked black pepper, smoked paprika for a subtle warmth, garlic powder for depth, and dried oregano for a hint of Mediterranean flavor. If you like a touch of heat, add a dash of cayenne pepper. Now, here's where things get interesting. Add a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. The oil helps the seasoning stick and promotes crispiness, while the lemon juice brightens the flavors and tenderizes the meat. Rub this mixture all over the chicken thighs, making sure to get under the skin as well. Don't be afraid to use your hands. It's the best way to make sure every nook and cranny is coated. Let the chicken sit for about 10 minutes while you preheat your oven. This gives the flavors time to penetrate the meat and helps the chicken come closer to room temperature, which leads to more even cooking. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or about 220 degrees Celsius. You want it hot, so the chicken skin crisps up quickly and locks in all those delicious juices. Place the thighs shin side up on a wire rack set over a baking sheet. If you don't have a wire rack, just use a lined baking tray. The important thing is to give the chicken enough space so the air can circulate and crisp up every side. Slide the tray into the oven and let the magic happen. You'll start to hear the sizzle as the fat renders and the skin begins to turn golden brown. After about 25 to 30 minutes, check the chicken. The skin should be taut and crispy, the meat underneath juicy and tender. If you want an extra crispy finish, switch your oven to broil for the last 2 to 3 minutes, but keep a close eye. The skin can go from perfect to burnt in seconds. While the chicken cooks, you'll notice the kitchen fills with the aroma of roasting herbs and that unmistakable scent of savory, caramelizing chicken. Your family or guests might start wandering in, drawn by the promise of something delicious on the way. And trust me, this chicken delivers. Once the thighs are perfectly roasted, take them out and let them rest for a few minutes. This step is easy to overlook, but it's important. It allows the juices to redistribute, keeping every bite moist and flavorful. As you slice into the chicken, you'll notice the crisp skin giving way to succulent, steaming meat. The flavors are layered. First the crunch and saltiness of the skin, followed by the warmth of paprika, the brightness of lemon, and the savory notes of garlic and oregano. But what truly sets this method apart is the versatility. The seasoning is just a starting point. You can experiment with your favorite spices. Try cumin and coriander for a Middle Eastern twist, rosemary and thyme for something more classic, or even a little honey and mustard for a sweet and tangy glaze. The technique remains the same, and the results are always spectacular. Another benefit of this approach is how much easier it is compared to frying. No standing over a hot pan, no oil splatters to clean up, and no lingering smell of fried food. Instead, you get a healthier meal with less mess and more flavor. The rendered fat collects on the tray below, leaving you with crisp golden skin and tender meat. Plus, you can easily make a large batch at once, making it perfect for family dinners or meal prepping for the week ahead. Now, let's talk about what to serve alongside these irresistible chicken thighs. Since the oven is already hot, why not add a tray of seasonal vegetables? Toss some potatoes, carrots, and onions in olive oil. Sprinkle with salt and herbs, and roast them alongside the chicken. The vegetables soak up flavor from the roasting chicken, becoming caramelized and deeply savory. Or, Keep it fresh with a simple salad of arugula, cherry tomatoes, and a lemon vinaigrette. The acidity cuts through the richness of the chicken, balancing every bite. If you're feeling adventurous, consider making a quick pan sauce with the drippings. After removing the chicken, pour off most of the fat from the baking tray, leaving the browned bits behind. Place the tray over medium heat on the stove, add a splash of chicken broth or white wine, and scrape up the flavorful bits with a wooden spoon. Let it reduce for a few minutes, then swirl in a knob of butter. Pour this over the chicken for an extra touch of decadence. For those who love meal prepping, these oven-roasted chicken thighs are a dream. They keep beautifully in the fridge, and the flavors deepen over time. Slice the meat and use it in salads, sandwiches, or grain bowls throughout the week. You'll find the chicken stays moist, and the skin retains a surprising amount of its crispness even after reheating. But the true testament to this recipe is the reaction from those who try it. Whether it's a weeknight dinner with family, a casual gathering with friends, or even a solo meal after a long day, this chicken never fails to impress. People always ask for the recipe, marveling at how simple ingredients can come together to create something so satisfying. There's a moment when you bring the tray to the table, the golden thighs glistening in the light, and you can see the anticipation in everyone's eyes. One bite, and they're hooked. So, if you're tired of the mess and hassle of frying, give these oven-roasted chicken thighs a try. You'll discover a new favorite that's easier, healthier, and, dare I say, even more delicious. No more standing at the stove, flipping pieces in hot oil, and worrying about whether they're cooked through. Instead, you'll have more time to enjoy the company of your guests, or simply savor a quiet dinner, knowing something truly special is coming out of your oven. And the best part? This approach is endlessly adaptable. Whether you're cooking for two or a crowd, whether you want classic flavors or something bold and new, these chicken thighs rise to the occasion. They're proof that sometimes the simplest techniques yield the most extraordinary results. So next time you're craving chicken, skip the frying pan. Reach for your favorite spices, a squeeze of lemon, and let your oven do the work. You'll join the ranks of those who have tasted this chicken and immediately asked for more. And you'll never look back. Try it once, and you might just say the same thing. I don't fry chicken thighs anymore. And neither will anyone who gets to taste this mouth-watering, oven-roasted perfection.